Alright, everyone. Norco. This is the demo for the complete game. The demo covers Act 1. I think there's 3 or 4 acts. I'm not sure. But the graphics is what pulled me in. Supra had me, he threw this my direction, and it looks pretty good. Hopefully, it'll live up to looks pretty good. New game. I have not played any of this. This is a point and click adventure, I believe. I don't know. Hopefully, it'll be awesome. New game. Shield hid the stars behind halogen and flame projected onto the sky every night. Norco, Louisiana. There was no such thing as silence. The noise never went away. The refinery exhaled an endless sigh. One could never sleep. It was so loud. I still can't sleep without that sound. Graphics look gorgeous, don't it? In your dreams, the tower were grand cathedrals, places of worship. The swamps hid behind mirrors like spies. Good job on the graphics. That just looks gorgeous. Well, Louisiana, swampy, huh? Digging the soundtrack, too. The birds transformed into radiant spheres and traced omens above the highway blight. You spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals. Though, Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. I knew he'd get over it. I didn't care. Yeah, I don't care. Give a shit. I don't care. But for a while you did. You caught out on a grainer to Chicago and onward to the West Coast. You'd never left Louisiana and thought you'd never return. You thought the ghosts of lowlands wouldn't find you hiding along the road. The years carried you through overlit suburbs. I don't know what that does. I don't want to press it and fuck it up. Through overlit suburbs of the vast American limbo, across mountains above cell towers. Thumbing down 99, you saw an old man crouched in the roadside ditch. He was mouthing your name. He had a familiar gaze. He was gone when you wiped the sleep from your eyes. You spoke to Blake, learning of your mother's declining health, her insomnia, her erratic behavior. You ignored the urgency in your brother's voice. By and by, you made your way east. You threw your phone in the Rio Grande. You joined the armies of the Mesa. For months, you were in the company of fugitives. You slept in nuclear tunnels, repairing engines and weaponry. The war was a meme that set Albuquerque on fire. You escaped while the foot soldiers of the pop-up junta bloodied the parched land. While hiding in the berth of the Freightliner. Fuck that, I slept. You slept easily on the truck, shuttled through the plains. You called home from from a landline in a motor somewhere beyond Texas. You knew Blake's hello that your mother was already dead. You hung up, shuttered your bag, returned to the highway. 5 years has passed. The ghosts were calling you back home. Act 1. Lowland Ghosts. I got me a ghost energy drink. You awake from a delirious dream to find yourself in your childhood bedroom. Can I play some Warcraft 2? Monkey watches you from the corner. I can. What else can I click on? I'm gonna look at the plant. You assume Million has been keeping the plants alive. Among the books on the shelf is a pamphlet called Crisis LARPing. Live action role playing. Let's read it. The proto-disaster tourism began almost as soon as the floodwaters left. Punks from across the country ventured into the Ninth Ward. Gently, St. Bernard, and finally the East. They curated the theatrical self-portrait of their lives in the ruins. The aesthetics of disaster were central to the emerging milieu. It began to percolate into popular culture. Collapse became the zeitgeist. Wise investors recuperated the experience of disaster. New Orleans became a plastic dystopia, a masterpiece for crisis. What else can I read? Sticker from grade school, half peeled from the window. I can get on the computer, but not yet. I think I'm ready. I'm going to do the monkey first. Monkey, your best friend, a childhood gift. Can I fuck with it? No. You conversed with him often when things got difficult, but then you left. He sat here for 5 years collecting dust. 5 years. His eyes filled with anger as he collapsed you into his gaze. Ooh. Staring Contest Part 1. Glyphs. Glyphs will appear on the screen and flash in a specific sequence. Once the sequence is complete, you must select the glyphs in the correct order to match Monkey's gaze. Ready? I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. Yes. What am I doing? Overwhelmed by the intensity of the monkey's gaze, you turn away. Try again. I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. Repeat instructions. Glyphs will appear on the screen and flash. Okay. Once the sequence is complete, you must select the glyphs in the correct order. Ready? So I got to remember that whole thing? You successfully meet Monkey's gaze with a cool assurance. However, his expression is unchanged. You stare more intensely. Part 2. Circles will appear over Monkey's eyes. An outer ring will shrink to the perimeter of the circle. Click the circle when the outer ring locks into place. Ready? Yes. I don't know what I'm doing, but yes. Anger melts from Monkey's face. Take money? You drape Monkey over your shoulder. You stare at the monkey. Keep staring. Keep staring. Little circles of light pull in the doll's tired eyes as they watch the infinite space beyond your being. The air that hangs between your eyes in his vacuum of utter stillness. You look away. I guess I'm done? What is this? What is this? Do I have like a mind map? You. We're traveling through the Midwest. The freight cars rattled in the cold dusk as you crouched on the Grainer porch. The cell towers peeked over the flat country, translating the notions of the world. The lights of the suburban Memphis, the fences, the traffic, those dark shadows under the lavender blankets of clouds. Afraid, tired, silent, and alert at each terminal, you watched the night decay for miles. Then what? You rode in the back of a van wedged between amplifiers from Chicago to Des Moines. You stole a heater from Walmart and brought it to the poorly attended house show. Des Moines to Kansas City to Denver. Am I making my own path right here? I was just talking about kind of what I did. Going through the Rockies now, right? Your friends went... Excuse me. Sorry. Your friends went south and you were glad to be alone. You spent long nights along those highways in the shitty sleeping bag. You bathed in rivers. You watched the ocean of outer space. You watched the satellites travel along their course. I guess now I'm going down the Pacific, right? Summer days arrived. You built a bike in the garage of Eureka, and it took to the south. Generated shows on the beach, interstate on-ramps teeming with personalities. The familiar smile. Oh, I got more shit. The familiar smile on the face of the old man in the Central Valley ditch. That smile burned into his image in your eyes. Summer days arrived. You built a... Okay, do I read all this? Dismiss. Are home again. Because your brother needs you. I got another one. Because your mom died. Okay, it repeats. Finished thought. Nice. Is this more shit to read though? Because I definitely don't want to do it right yet. Your mom died. The cancer metastasized. It was in her liver, then her lungs, then it was in her brain. She was on chemo, never finished her third course. At the hospice on Jefferson Highway, Blake said the traffic shook the building. He left before she drew her last breath. Alone with the morphine drip and the rattling glass. That's how Catherine died. Your mom. Finished thought. Should I click on all this shit? Your brother. I don't know. There's a lot. Younger, reckless, gets in trouble. Spends sleepless nights scrolling image boards. Forums maybe? Online forums? I don't know. An edgelord, a shitlord, a sensitive soul, compassionate, foolish. Can't take criticism. Always needs money. Tries to help those he loves, but often makes things worse. What else? Insecure, dysmorphic, constant checking his reflection. Always seeking validation. Was terrified of you leaving, and now he's terrified of you dying. When I think of him, all I feel is guilt and obligation, or he needs to get over it. Guess I'll go with this next one. What's up, Sleuth? How's it going? I often don't play these type of games. This is a point and click. The graphics is what turned me on, and the soundtrack was pretty good. But constant reading without having to blow some shit up, it's probably gonna get to me. I'm gonna go ahead and go with when I think of him. No love or anything like that. Is oblivious. Your grandma once said that she didn't expect much from Blake. She said that she was short-tempered, oblivious to, and couldn't focus. Blake was sitting in the chair across from her, staring down at a tablet. After she left the room, you asked how he felt. I feel fine, he said. Why? Because of what Gran said, you responded. He looked confused. What did she say? One more to go. The smile of a man who crouched in the ditch of the highway has burned itself into your mind. Oh, that's it? Perfect. Yeah, you should have seen the opening scenes. Opening scenes were beautiful. Oh, I can look outside now? I didn't see that before. Cool January air spills through the open window. The low sun washes over the neighborhood. A small flock of blackbirds dissolves into the tree line towards the lake. Commuter traffic glints along Apple Street as a pair of wrens weave out of the overgrown lot next door. Alright, time to get on the computer. Think I've did everything? I haven't clicked this yet. I don't want to. That looks like something that's going to fuck up my game. I mean, I see where it says down here. Overworld. But, computer. The laptop your parents gifted you, idles on the shoddy particular board deck. Wake it up! As the screen illuminates, you notice that the signal in the house is dead. No internet. It looks like Blake was using the computer at some point. He left the browser tab open. View the tab. Just like the name sounds, full of lunatics. App's way of getting you to join a cult, worse than them people living in this. I can't even read this. All the you can't trade that coin. They use a Harley. Maybe it's the font. It's fucking me up. Mods won't do a thing. And the broken text is that about shills, but they'll ban you on the spot for using a naughty word. Place is a joke. Clearly it's nothing but celebrities, libs, and bots. Seen the exact thing, OP. Still there? Seen at the base of the upper auction? Mm-hmm. All kinds of shit to do in here. A letter from Shield Oil sits atop of the stack of mail. Dear neighbor, please be advised. There will be elevated flaring at the site of our number 5 stack near Good Hope on the evening of Thursday, March 19th. This will pose no health risk to residents. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the Shield Norco Office of Community Engagement. Mom's unfolded laundry. Damn, I was hoping I could get some coffee in right there. That's what I want. Photo album. A family photo album. Look. Yellowing pages of disposal photographs. Mine updated. Nice. I don't know what that's for. Is it just to collect it? Does it give you, I don't know, maybe just more shit to read? Your grandfather, a peculiar look in his face, impossible to read. Your mom staring at Blake through the obscure lighting. He dressed as a vampire, tugging at someone's waist. Pleated khaki shorts. A photo labeled Duck! Scene of a barbecue in the lakefront. The man in the center points playfully at the camera. His face is obscure. Turn the page and there's Blue, your father, though you've never thought of him that way. His skin stained by the sun, a canister of dip shoved into his front pocket, his easy smile, his knowing eyes. You set the book aside. So I got the kitchen, the bedroom, the front yard. I'll go to the kitchen next. A photo of your mom holding Blake as a baby on the beach of the Pensacola, Florida. It's winter. You stand beside them, bundled up and laughing as a gust of wind rakes the beach. The sky is bone white. Yes, turn the air conditioner on. The heat of spring will soon arrive, and the mildew air of the winter unit will fill the room. Memories of sleepless twilights, the dull refinery, hum in the red halogen half-darkness. Your mom sitting here staring through the window. What window? This window? There was a tension in her demeanor on those nights, as if you were interrupting some urgent and obligatory task. You'd continued to the kitchen with no words exchanged. But those nights were rare. Many of them you simply don't remember. Well, if you got to read that multiple times to get all the bullshit. You pursue the titles on the bookshelf. Ooh, look at this. The Western Margin of the Lake, Critiques of Deliberate Externality, Fencelin, Diaspora, The Western Margin of the Lake. Because I ain't got to decipher shit. Many tragedies have come to pass along the western margin of the lake. Partridge. The unnamed hurricane of YW9D left the settlements of Frenier and LaBranche in a state of unrecognizable destruction. Those who survived did so by clinging for their lives to the limbs of cypress trees. The fables and secrets of those communities lie in the bones now scattered in the sediment of the lake. Critiques. Shield has acquired much of Norco's most flood-resistant land through the variety of mechanisms. Medeer and Moore, YXMY, argue that one such mechanism is the process of deliberate externality. This theory posits that key corporate decision makers encourage the company to emit effluent and noxious substance into the environment with the explicit intention of decreasing neighboring property values. This compels residents to sell their property below market value to relocate as quickly as possible. So you can relocate, it's going to cost you. The criticism is this theory often receives is that it diminishes the importance of slavery in situating black residents along industrial fence lines, Jacobs, YX2D, up and down the Mississippi River. In the words of Carter, slavery was deliberate externality from which Shield continues to profit. Pollution was never needed. And Fencelin diaspora. In the end, we decided to leave dimes. But France? I don't think that's how you pronounce that. It wasn't the cat cracker, or the smells, or the fear for our children's health that drove us away, though they played a part. Truth be told, it was the media attention. The spokespeople and activists of the academics, and all this. I was done with it. I was done hearing a postured child, done being thought of as a victim. I wanted my experience to be my own, not something to gawk at or to dissect in a laboratory. Leave. Did I do everything? TV. Ooh. Turn it on? I'm gonna turn it on. You turn on the television. A chaotic distortion of your mother's memories flash before you. Was it telling me something's about to be on fire? Something's already on fire? What's it telling me? An old defective flat screen that your mom never bothered to bring to the curb. I'm not going outside yet. How come I can't do nothing with the coffee? Bedroom, kitchen, front door, kitchen. Can I get some food? I cannot. Your mom's painkillers are spilled across the kitchen table. You've discovered so many dead cockroaches in this microwave over the years that it's discouraged you from using it. For several months, a dead baby roach was stuck between the clock's display and the protective screen blocking the hour. Blake finally shook this microwave aggressively enough that the roach fell into the guts of the machine. It's fucking nasty. You're always frightened by the laundry room. Alright, so I can go outside or go upstairs. Let's go upstairs. There used to be much more clutter up here. You imagine your mom gave it away as the end approached. That's it? Okay, so that. Ooh. Liner notes? Can I make a note like per stage or some shit? Ariok. What's up? Yeah, old school point and click. It's a free demo on Steam right now. I like the graphics. Graphics look good. I don't know how far I'm going to get in this. This is Act 1. Apparently, they give you the whole first act for free. I don't know how long it is. I have no idea. I guess go outside. Cool. The alien sits in her characteristic slouch, lost in thought. Her carapace has taken on the rusted and weather-worn quality of the rest of the machinery in the yard. You recall the night that your mom showed up with her. You and Blake stayed up past dawn, poring over pirated API docs. Her ragdoll mask was slumped on the floor as you wrote the routing procedure. You wonder if such memories hide behind the constellation of eyes. The rubber regards you casually. Speak. Kay, you're awake. Couldn't sleep. Catherine used to say that the sound of refinery helped pacify you. Perhaps that is no longer true. In any case, I'm certain I was no help. She gestures towards the motorcycle. Ooh, do I got a motorcycle? I can't click on it. Is this it right here? I think so. I was turning over the engine on the bike to test the coils. It was quite noisy, but they're in good shape now. All I need is a fuse, and you can use it to get it around while I finish. Ooh, nice. I gotta find a fuse. I heard the phone ringing inside, but I had my hands full. Where can I get a fuse? The gas station just up the road has them, but you may have to persuade Troy to let you have it. All right. Were you expecting a call? Many people have been calling since Catherine died. Your brother's usually the one to answer the phone, but I don't know where he went off to. I wonder where he could be. Likely at the bar or bookstore, if I had to guess. Why would so many people be calling? Your mother left behind a lot of loose ends. From what little I know, I gather that she was conducting research for the collector in Matari. They are? I thought they already did. I don't know if there was a remake, but maybe a remaster. I have it. I don't know. I think I have the original. I think I have the original on GOG. Then I have the remaster on Steam. I think that's what I have. If that's the thing. I sense that many people would like to acquire the data. I am unaware of where she has hidden it. Perhaps Blake knows its whereabouts. Who exactly would want to see the data? Your mother has spent her entire life researching this town. She knew histories that others have forgotten. History has a lot of value in this place. Who is this collector? I haven't a clue. These aren't things she discussed with me. As the cancer spread, she became more guarded with her research. She finally worked herself to death. Yeah. She had an addictive personality. There's no denying that. But she cared about you and your brother more than she was willing to express. Appreciate it. This truck was your grandfather's. You remember riding in his lap while he let you steer. The dead wasps that collected behind the seat, the smell of grease, whiskey, and nicotine. You and Blake would drive the truck into New Orleans on the weekends. No AC, windows down. The rattling chassis was deafening, going 75 on Interstate 10. Million has been slowly repairing the vehicle since your mom's death. Appreciate it. Your mom kept all of her gear in this plastic container strapped behind the cab of the truck. Boots, waders, flashlights, tackle, first aid kit, etc. Your mom's old 4-cylinder 350cc bike. It has extensive rust and wear. Is that a crab? Oh, it's a net. Blue taught your mom how to make these, and your mom taught you. In the summers, you'd bike to the suction before sunrise, tie chicken necks at the bottom of the ring of your net, submerge it. You'd come home with a dozen or so crabs. Okay, so use the chickens for fucking bait. You assume your mom hadn't been out of the water. Can I climb the tree? Make sure there ain't nothing in here. Whole lot of the towers of the refinery wink in the subtle and familiar rhythm. And go around. The overhead light of the neighbor's kitchen illuminates yellowing wallpaper and unused furniture. 3 times this house has been flooded. The first flood is a shadow of the memory. Placing your feet down on the drenched carpet, your mom and grandfather ripped out sheetrock, sitting in a small RV in the backyard, setting dolls on the cluttered little table. Second flood. You were 14. The pumping station failed during a heavy rain. You were in a class watching the clouds move upriver. You got a text message from your mom. Stay in Distrayan. I'll come get you. For 2 weeks you shared a hotel room with your mom and Blake. She spent all her days gutting the house. In the evenings you would sometimes help. Third and final flood. Another pump failure. Yep. You gonna grab those Monkey Island remakes? You gonna grab them? I'm not gonna pay full price for them, but I'll probably eventually grab them. Your mom hired contractors with the insurance money. She said she was getting too old for it. You were bitter. You blamed her for not selling the house sooner. You stayed with friends in New Orleans. Oh, there's a fourth flood? The fourth flood will follow a slow hurricane, and it will be a calamity. It will leave the entire region submerged in critical levees breach. There will be a massive blackout that lasts weeks. Much of the sewer infrastructure will be damaged beyond repair. The embattled federal government will do nothing to assist. It will bankrupt the region. Small militant enclaves will form along the high ground. I need a drink. All this reading, it's getting me parched. They would take up piracy and hijack commercial shipping vessels. Private mercenary forces will retaliate in kind. Slowly, industry will flee this hot zone. The old river control structure will collapse from neglect and sabotage. The Mississippi River will again change its course. Norco, an old abandoned refinery town on a ghost of a river. Your house will be squatted and then razed. Your grandfather's statue of the Virgin Mary sits in the shadows along the crawl space of the house. Your mom fed the neighborhood strays. They must be hungry since she passed. You observe the weathered concrete and flaking paint of the statue. Inspect further. For some reason, the face is especially deteriorated, framed by the system of cracks. Okay? You run your hands along the deteriorating contours of the statue. Oh, what did I find? It snaps off as if by design. Beyond the statue's face hides an old assembly of electronics carelessly soldered together. At the center of the electronic configuration is what appears to be a card reader. I don't have a card. Damn it. I don't have a card yet. So what did I forget? I did everything right? Can I go back to bed? No. There's some water. I can't drink the coffee. I can't drink the water. This game got against me about drinking stuff. Beat the heat. Yes. Okay, I already talked to her about that. Where do I go? Now I'm stuck. Alright. So do I have... How do I get out of this? I don't know how to use that. Okay. Find some food. No food. Monkey stares at you, you stare at the monkey. Maybe I need to read this shit? So am I supposed to go here? No. Well, yeah, maybe. But, so if I'm there, what's this? The sprawling shield industry complex. Long ago, it was a plantation land, cheap and abundant along the Mississippi River. The refinery grew in stages, slowly displacing surrounding neighborhoods. The chemical annex came online later. Children of the enslaved became the neighbors of this machine. Towers. Carbon and alloy stainless steel, alien monoliths. Among the columns, a catalytic cracking unit sits hulking, smoking, seething. Pipelines. The webwork crossing high and low, over and under traffic and water and concrete. Like veins, like gossamer, like neurocircuitry. Lights. Everywhere. Metal halide probing the riparian expanse from the crowns of each tower. Coded patterns of warm sodium and cold inhuman LEDs winking, thinking, knowing. Saying something, speaking, burning eyes, seeing. Something to decipher in all of that Norco light. I remember blue. You only think you do. Ta-da! When you died, part of her died too. Okay, I did that. This is as far... No. Okay, so it's gone now. Now, there's something... I can't believe I don't have an inventory. Save. Title screen. Quit. Audio. Filter. Resolution. Dialogue typeface. What is that? Oh. Yeah, I didn't care about that. So do I have something now, maybe? No. Monkey stares at you, you stare at monkey. No. Fuck do I do? I can't click on anything else. Well, now I gotta basically look at everything again, I'm thinking, because I completed everything I needed to outside of here, as far as I'm concerned. Did I beat the game? I can't believe I got stuck already. I've been doing everything as far as I'm concerned. Pretty sure I have. Obviously I haven't. Fucking missing something. Ooh, I never read this. A flyer from a show your friend put in a few weeks before you left town. A fight broke out while you were on the opening bands played. I got whipped in the face with a bike chain. Yes. You still have a scar above your left eye. After the show, you and Blake shot fireworks from the roof of a hotel on the Poydras Street. Sleepless and sober, the two of you walked back to Norco. You watched the sun climb over the grain elevators. Can't believe I didn't see that from before. It's bullshit. I don't think I missed it. I don't know. I don't think there was. When I went upstairs, it said, used to be a lot more shit up here. Talking about right here? It's just right here. Used to be a lot more shit up here. That's it. I don't see like a switch to turn the light on. Yeah. I woke it up. I'll double check, but I know I did. That's the first thing I did to it. There's nothing in here. Yeah, see, it's grayed out. I'll do it again just 'cause. Yeah. Do I gotta go upward? Which one did I read? I think I left off right here. A lot more shit to read. Laughs out loud. TF. What's TF? The fuck? The fuck kind of name? Yeah. Is Quack Job. Need cash fast? Install Quack Job. Use promo code BLEED3 for up to 5,000th Quack coin. Get some sleep, OP. Looked like it was made of glass, maybe. Would glow real bright, then not at all. Moved fast. Best pick I could get. All kinds of shit between happening and out of the way. You've all seen the sun. We've all seen the sun, brah. Relax. Nothing like this but birds and them swamps, but acting weird. Drop it, fucks. Anybody seen or not? Laughs my ass off. I see that every day, OP. Been rising and setting every day, I believe. I've been alive. Bruh, that's the sun. Ain't that purty? Funny. Talks to somebody else, seeing it too near the parish canal. Call that the sun, OP. Forgot I posted. Wanted to run something by you gents. Was knocking out a sec. A lad in the spillway. Saw a big round glowing thing in the sky. Nice one, jackass. You're posting. Mods are all something. Nope. Place is a wasteland. Nobody still post here? Madbot archived all YX2Q. Post at Scrap Anglers. Do I need to know that for something? I know where to look it up at if I need to. I'm thinking I need to talk to the chick outside, maybe. The gas station just picked them up the road, but you may have to get to persuade. Okay, how do I get there? How do I get to the gas station? Maybe I missed a place to exit. That's what I'm guessing. I missed a place to exit. The steel pry bar sits upon the overturned boiling pot. I missed that last time too. So if I go out to the front, I have backyard, inside, statue, street. There it is. I fucking missed this. Because I couldn't click on it, right? Oh, I don't think I ever saw this one either. 3 crows eye you from the power line. Okay, street. I beat the game! I did it! I advanced! Boy, oh boy. See? I'm not used to these point and click. This stuff is hard. I'm gonna have to drink for that. Hold on. That took me forever to find that, huh? Fucking noobed out. Purdue PI. Apple and third. The dog sounds good, huh? What's the turtle sound like? The turtle. He crawled out of the trash can. Oh, that was little sister. Big sister. Don't touch him. He's dirty. Little sister. No, he's not. Turtle's always clean. They live in water. Big sister. Trash water is not clean. We gotta go. Little sister. Just let me stare a little longer. He's pretty. Purdue Private Investigators. We snoop for you. I didn't even see the bottom part of the sign. That's good shit. What else do we got? Anything else up here? The snowball stand is closed for the winter. Alright, so I can't go in there. See? Won't let me. I got the tavern to go in. I can go back home. Or I can go to the discount. Probably going to go to the discount. Let me do this first. The lights are on at Purdue Private Investigator. Okay. You knock. No answer. I did everything, I think. Okay, I did everything. Let's go to the tower first. Tavern first. Okay. Anything over here? Mm-mm. I just have... Yep. The Floodgate Tavern. Many shield workers gather here after their shift. It's closed. Should be open later in the evening. Okay. So much for that. Apple Street. Now time to go to the discount store. Maybe that's where I'll get my my floppy. All kinds of shit to do in here. A freight loader is being repaired in the Batura Woods over the levee. A film crew is set up along the river road. Several floodlights illuminate a gruesome murder scene. Two men stand pensively above the corpse. Approach the set. As you near the set, a small, energetic man jumps from his chair. Director, attention, dumbass! Can't you see we're trying to shoot here? Sorry. What are you filming? It's a detective drama called None of Your Goddamn Business. Any other questions? Sounds cool. So is that like a murder scene? Keep it up and it's gonna be. Hey, you know what? Wait a second. You from around here? Yeah. We can use some cultural expertise, you might say. We're filming a Bayou cop, a Bayou? I think it's Bayou. Bayou cop drama, and all these knuckleheads are from L.A. An actor on set turns towards the director. I told you, Kevin, I'm from Texas. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I forgot. Your Harvard-educated daddy bought a boutique ranch outside Austin. Well, that'll make you a cowboy, hoss. Now hush up before you scare off the yokel. The director returns his attention to the mild look of disgust. Director, help us out, will you? The script needs some work. What do you say? Do I want to help this asshole out? I don't know if I want to help him out. Sure. Great. Hey. Get over here. You can't learn something from his stupid redneck. The actor smolders. He whispers under his breath. I'm a redneck. Fine, Noah. You're a redneck. A real salt of the earth kind of guy. But as luck would have it, we came across an even dumpier haze seed than you, okay? So just take a knee. Alright, anyway, we need some good slang. What do you call a villain? A bad apple? A lowlife? Asshole. That's it. An asshole. Thanks a lot, William Faulkner. That's real creative. Now get out of here. You're holding up production. Did I fuck it up? I think so. So many evenings spent watching traffic pass by this gas station. Little has changed. The neighboring business still sits abandoned. The surrounding streets are quiet and empty. Troy. Well, well, well. Uh-oh. Troy looks fucking angry. Well, look who's back. What happened? Carnival forget you beside the road? Sorry, I'm eating this peppermint. And it's so delicious. Let me just get rid of it before I go on. Jeez. That does not work out well. What happened? Yeah. And you even brought your little doll. My monkey. That's cute. Wow, Troy, you look like shit. Not even gonna start with you. How come the rest of your family's so chill but you're so uptight? My mom just died. Thanks. You not that stupid, are you? Catherine, she too vulnerable. She'd never let her die. They'd never let her die. If anything, she'd probably vacationing on a hard drive somewhere. You trolling me about my dead mom? Trolling? You damn sensitive? Can't say nothing around you. Your mom was excavating all along the rim of the lake. She used to pay me to help from time to time. Matter of fact, she needed somebody smart, somebody vigilant, somebody like me, especially with shield snooping around. I've seen some wild shit out in the swamps with Catherine. What kind of shit? I won't bother telling you about it. Might hurt your brain. And anyhow, this ain't story time. Not letting you get in this gas station. Not letting you. That's where I need to go. Is the fucking gas station. It had the fucking floppy disk or whatever I needed. Goddamn company that runs this dump did me dirty. They swapped me with an ATM machine for speaking truth. Ain't letting nobody through till I get an apology. Very least. That sucks. Don't patronize me with your weak pity. If you really want to get through, go get me some of those pills your brother was selling. So I need to go get some pills. I gotta get pills before I get the thing. I gotta get the thing before I can get the stuff. Fuck. That might persuade me. So I can fight this asshole or leave. Of course I'm gonna fight him. You're joking, right? Trying to get wrecked? Alright then. Let's go! Fuck, what do I do? Oh, that's what that was for. Got it. My bad. Oh, I keep fucking that up. Oh, I clicked on it, but it didn't work. I'm gonna get fucking killed by this piece of shit. Almost died. I know how to do it now. Almost died. Let me get another drink for that one. This is a like a Sour Patch, Sour Heads Ghost energy drink. It's fucking delicious. Now I got a big ass container of beef sausage links, dried up. Then I've got another container of some roasted and salted peanuts. And then finally, for dessert, I got like a gallon tub of raisins. Oh, that's just like little snacks to keep me going. What else do I got to do here? See, I beat up homeboy, so now I can go inside, right? I'm inside! Oh, that's a dog food though. I need kitty food. Maybe it won't matter. Oh, there's homeboy knocked the fuck out. That's awesome. Alright, let me get some kitty food. Dusty bags of dog food line the shelf. I knew it. I need kitty food, not dog food. What is this? Protein bars, bubble gum, breath mints, taffy, etc. Fuses hang on the shelf. You grab a fuse. Kiosk. I detect that you have merchandise in your possession. You must remove any unpurchased items from your backpack and scan them in order to exit the store. To use an item in your inventory, drag the item from your inventory menu to the intended target. Where's the inventory? I'm not done. Yeah, I'm not done. Hold on. Immaculately stocked cigarettes. You wonder if this place ever started checking IDs. During high school, friends in the city would drive all the way here just to get the booze. The booze. Okay, I think I did everything in here. I think. Appreciate the ad time. Okay, I guess I'm gonna... You scan the fuse. Kiosk. Thank you for your purchase. Let me look at it first. The disembodied illuminated head of the kiosk levitates silently in the browser tab. Now let me talk to it now. Good evening. How may I help you? You own this place? I am Discounterware, a distributed cloud-based operating system for American Discount Southeast Incorporated. Somatic version number 16.3.3. The owner of this franchise is Perilou and Sons LLC. Discounterware is licensed to Perilou and Sons LLC via the Standard American Discount Southeast Incorporated Licensing Agreement. How do you like this job? I proudly perform the routine maintenance operations and procedures of 227 American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations across the Southeast region. American Discount Southeast Incorporated is a model company awarded for excellence in business and community service. Thank you for inquiring about American Discount Southeast Incorporated. You know Troy, that guy outside? Thank you for your inquiry. I'm forwarding it to the Perilou and Sons LLC. Perilou and Sons LLC has declined to respond to your inquiry. So why'd Troy get fired? American Discount Southeast Incorporated prides itself on its outstanding mentorship and jobs training program. American Discount Southeast Incorporated works to ensure that each franchise location provides opportunities for career growth. At American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations, we leverage automation and machine learning technologies to enhance the lives of all employees. To apply for a position at American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations, please visit American Discount Southeast-ADSE today. Yeah, man, cool. Thanks for coming by. Later, dude. I'm good. The manual price scanner. Okay. So I got the fuse. I didn't get any kitty food though. There's only one place to go. I got to remember to check this. A lone horse drinks from the stagnant water pooled along the riverbank. A memorial languishes in the river mud. A 2x4 cross, plywood plaque, cairns of pulverized concrete, sprayed haphazardly onto the plywood is a remembrance plaque. Here passed the brave freedom fighters of January, whose cries of liberty echo through the generations. In much smaller lettering, a different hand-scratched fake across the bottom of the plaque. What you gonna eat? If you're still listening, what you gonna eat? You going to Arby's? What time is it? It is time for me to eat too. I'm not gonna stop yet to eat. A man sits in a pile of float Sam, his head buried in the canvas jacket against the sharp air. Stupid horse. The man's gaze stays fixed on the opposite bank of the river, never turning to you nor the horse. Can't stand that horse. I gotta sneeze, I can feel it. Yeah! He spits on the dirt at his feet. Drifter. You know what all they dump in the water? Hell of a cocktail. He spits again, wiping the string of mucus onto his sleeve. Drifter. What you out here for anyhow? Ain't you heard they got a criminal on the loose? Bringing the law around here, making things harder for the rest of us. Best be sharp, young one. Anything else in here? Okay, there's nothing else I can do. I mean, go. Can't go nowhere. Okay, there was nothing else to do. Wanted to make sure. Nope. See you later. So I got the fuse. Oh, they're gone. Can I go in there yet? Negative. Can I go in the tavern yet? Negative. Okay, so now I can use the thing. It didn't work? Oh, that was for the motorcycle. Shit. You get the fuse? Good. We'll better use the bike to get around town until I'm done with the truck. It concerns me that Blake still hasn't returned. He's been spending a lot of his time at Sarpy Paperbacks lately. Perhaps we should look for him there. 1 second. Just let me know. Yeah, let's pause for station ID. Let me get a drink. Listen to a little bit of these jams. It's a good soundtrack. Good ambient sounds in the background too. Yeah, I really like this art. It's really good art. Let's go. The sky bleeds a color you knew as a child. Airline highway passes beneath your feet. Million has joined your party. Interact with party members by clicking their portraits in the party menu. If you're stuck, they may be able to help. Beautiful. I just want to look at this for a second while I eat some raisins. I like the way it looks. That looks pretty good. These raisins taste good too. Okay. Alright, what do I do? Nothing on the bike. Nothing out here. What's my monkey do? Anything? Nothing. Here we go. Million shouts over the wind. The bike runs much better now. You can use it to get around during your visit. Where could Blake be? He spends most of his time at Sarpy Paperbacks. Perhaps we should check there. How's Blake been? The year that you left, Blake became uncontrollable. His behavior troubled Catherine deeply. He was beginning to remind her of her grandfather. After he was expelled from Destrehan, he began running drugs into the parish. He made himself many enemies. He put those things behind him after her illness. But now that she's gone, I'm uncertain what to expect. This place can ruin people. No, I should have stuck around. I don't know. Perhaps. I'm gonna apologize for leaving. No one is asking you to, okay? How have you been? I am always the same, okay? Always the same. Is that bad or good? Whichever you prefer. Are you depressed? No? Love you, Mills. Thank you. What's it been like around here? Should have been expanding since you'd left. Catherine took her grandfather's boat into the lake to investigate reports of construction in the swamps along the shoreline. She assumed it would be uh, unpermitted shield activity. She was unable to find any evidence of it. However, it was clear that she found something during that investigation. What was it? I don't know. Perhaps you do? Haven't spoken to her in years. How would I know? Has Blake not mentioned anything? I never trust what Blake says. In any event, something drew her to the lake in the months before her death. It's blinking, so I guess it wants me to go outside, huh? Let me do some of these now. Blue is a vague memory. You don't remember blue, only the things you left behind. Photographs, cologne, tools, the name that your mother kept. Even the pictures that have survived are too faded to make out. Your grandfather, Peter Pops Pierre Melancon, he passed away when you were a teenager. He seemed to court controversy, though as a child you never understood why. Troy knows your family. He was buying pills from Blake and occasionally helping your mom with her research. He says she was conducting research in the lake. An old friend of your mom's where the memory of him is scattered and vague. Shield. Shield Gulf South is a regional subsidiary of a transnational oil empire. It holds a large share of leases in the Gulf of Mexico and refines crude oil right here in the Norco. The chemical annex sits on the other side of town from the refinery. It produces the feedstock for plastic consumer products. Shield owns half of the town. Shield. Your mom was investigating reports of construction in the lake. She found no evidence of it, nor who might be behind it. Your mom was conducting research. For who? For a collector in Mitari. Your mom was conducting research in the lake. Your mom was investigating reports of unpermitted shield construction in the lake. While there, she saw something. But what? Your mom was conducting research. Dismiss. Your mom. Finished thoughts. Million was a security android. She guarded the perimeter of the aluminum refinery in Gramercy. One day she ran away. Why? You don't know? Million was a fugitive. Once a fugitive, now just a relic. She spends hours in stasis beneath the house like any discarded thing would. Million was dismiss. Million finished thoughts. Your brother. Dismiss. Your mom was conducting research for the collector in Mitari. That's all you know. Your mom saw something in the lake. Okay, got all that done? Woo, man. Look at all this shit to do. Let's go home first. Let's go home first. I don't have any, so the inventory is right here. Hold on. I don't need to go there. Can I go to Floodgate Tavern now? Nope. Dimes discount? Do I care? I don't think I care. So over here it is. Sarpy Books. Beautiful. I'm gonna have to excuse myself. I need to go get another drink. Checks to cash. Alright guys, excuse me please. I gotta go get another drink. I just finished mine. Then we'll continue on. But yeah, you can listen to these free jams. These are pretty smooth. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'll be right back. Hey, I don't know how long that was, but I'm back. Got me a drink, reloaded, went to the bathroom. ate me another mint. Fucking mints are delicious. I think they're spearmint though. That's fine. I prefer peppermint, but whatever. Got me a Powerade fruit punch. It's not as cold as I want it, but I forgot to put water in the fridge. It's cold enough, I guess. They have a peach Powerade. Got to catch them on a good day, though, to get it. It's never in stock. So when it does, I buy a few of them. Powerades are so good and they're so cheap. They used to be like 79 cents. I think they're maybe 89 cents now. 94 cents. Something like that. It's under $1. I mean, why the not? Why the not? Alright, so what are we doing here? This dude, these things, alright, so let's start off by talking to the dude out here. What's he look like? A young man leans against his station wagon while scrolling idly on his phone, his silhouette darkened by the fluorescent glare of the payday lender's sign. What up, Holmes? Started doing this rideshare thing a few weeks ago. Oh, he's an Uber. Kinda hate it. Why? Pays like shit. Spending hours a day making small talk with randos is melting my brain. Nearly broke an axle driving over a pothole in Holly Grove. This is my grandpa's car. If I trash it, he'll kill me. Drive anyone interesting? Drove anyone? There's all types around here. Some guy drove out to the middle of the swamp. Was like 2 in the morning. Asked me to wait. He got out, took off his clothes, jumped in the bayou, came back up a minute later with a bag, toweled off, got back in. Found that to be pretty fucking weird. I don't know. Yeah. And a while back I drove some lady out to the medical district. She was an odd one. Seemed kind of sick. Asked me all kinds of questions. Do I ever pick up rando signals on the radio? Weird shit like that. There's just all types. Oh, I don't want to talk to the dog first. Let me talk to the dude first. Two teens nod and gesture excitedly while bouncing between topics. BMX. Where did this dog come from, bruh? Baseball cap. Dunno. She's been sitting here for a while. You seen her eyes? Them eyes something, bruh. Oh, maybe it's another pet that I have to get to help battle, I guess, maybe. A stocky pit bull with piercing green eyes watches the horizon with neutral demeanor. As you reach down to pet the dog, she shows her teeth and growls softly. Your mom used to come here to dig through the stacks among the heaps of used romance novels and westerns. She always managed to find some occult artifact. The owner is also the landlord. You imagine that's the only way he manages to keep a place like this running. Over the years, they've experimented with other revenue-generating schemes. For a while, you could get your phone repaired here. Then they tried selling vape cartridges, then kratom, then anime wall scrolls, LSU yard ornaments after that. You remember seeing online that they were trying to do some kind of acupuncture thing. In the end, the schemes always fail and the only paperbacks remain. Ooh. You wonder how anyone can read in this dim. Is that spelled wrong? It's supposed to be W-A, right? Okay. As your eyes adjust, you see Blake's childhood friend, Erica, waiting behind the counter to greet you. Erica. Okay. And Million. When'd you get us to get back in town? I've been in Norco for quite some time. Perhaps you are misremembering, Erica? Weird. I guess so. But anyhow, Kay, you're looking rugged these days, old friend. That's an intense scar above the eye. Got it before I left town. And the minute you return, you're back in the mix, huh? Word on the street is you cleaned Troy's clock. That guy, my God, he's such a clown. Glad he finally got a little taste of what he deserves. Just doing my part for the community. Definitely. But enough about that troll. I was keeping up with your travels online, but haven't seen you post in a while. I have so much to tell you. I can only imagine. Would love to grab a drink and hear all about it. From what it's worth, things have been eventful around here as well. Floods, fires, gunfights out in the lake. Rarely a dull moment around here. And of course, your mom was always in the mix. I'm convinced she never slept. I'd be driving in late from the city, and I swear to God, I'd see her alongside Airline. She'd have a headlamp on, dredging trash out. Up until the end, she never let her illness stop her. I'll miss the hell out of that woman. You and your brother have been living in my heart since I had heard the news. I know you weren't always the best terms with your mom, but she loved and admired you. She talked about you constantly. I think it used to make Blake upset. He felt like you were his favorite. Yeah, he's a dweeb, but we still love him. Have you seen Blake lately? Yeah, I saw him just yesterday. He hasn't been around the house? He has not. He said he was heading to Floodgate Tavern. Oh, okay, so I can go to the bar now. I can go to the bar. Perfect. He may have gotten wasted. I know Co-op or Coop let him sleep behind the bar a couple times. Did he know you were coming, Kay? He never mentioned it. Thought I'd surprise him. I'm sure he'd be relieved to see you. He's been resisting help, but he needs it. If I hear from him, I'll tell him to find you. So this is illustrious Crouton. We found him behind the dumpster out back licking cardboard. Whatever you do, don't try to pet him. He's a devil. I've got scars all over my hands from this damn cat. Oh wow, Crouton usually bites strangers. He must like you. He seems to be getting a little excited. Oh, I fucked it up. No. I think I should have went here, then there, then here. Fuck. You scan the titles of the shelf. Don't be a vampire. You pick the slim self-published paperback from the shelf and flip to the random page. Another dark and lonely night spent in the cavern of despair, hidden from the daylight. Blackout curtains are all that defer my eternal death. Thought being a vampire would be sexy, but it's not. It's awful for your skin. I look pathetic. Also, blood tastes like bong water. Didn't think it'd be like this. Good Hope Cemetery easement. A carbon copy of a document authored by the St. Charles Parish Planning Committee. The document outlines the parish's intentions to secure a roadway through a 90-meter stretch of Shield Industrial Complex. This easement would allow the descendants of those entombed to visit the Good Hope Cemetery. The grave sites are currently surrounded on all sides by the refinery. Good luck finding Blake. Like I said, he probably just had a long night at the bar. Okay, I think I did everything in here. Wow, I've never seen a cat purr this hard. Maybe you two should slow down. No, really, stop touching the cat. Kutin looks like he's fixing to explode. Ta-da, What the fuck just happened to the cat? Okay? God damn it. I told you to stop fucking with the cat. Did it just launch through the ceiling? What the hell just happened? Fuck yeah. Ooh, and then I get this. Phone case. You grab the phone case from the counter. Oh, that's fucking beautiful. See, now that's alright. Have like little mini games inside the point and click just to keep it kind of going. Oh, look at the screen. It says, what the fuck? Anything else in here? Okay, I love you. I know you're going through a hard time, but I'm gonna piss you launch the cat through the ceiling. Just give me some space, okay? Anything else in here? I think we're good. I do hope Erica is correct, and that Blake's absence is due to nothing more than another drunken night. My intuition leaves me with the sense that something is wrong. Do you feel it too, Kay? Does something feel strange to you? Catherine. What brings you here tonight? I'm dying. The cancer, it's gotten everywhere. There were some things I'd like to leave behind. I understand. And you referred to by Mr. Richard? Duck. That's what everyone calls him. Yes, duck. We followed his branch with some interest. Who hasn't? I gather we'll be discussing this in more detail as things progress. For now, let us begin with a simple exercise. I'd like to talk about your earliest memory. It's of pine trees. Yes? That's right. Tell me about them. They grew from the concrete. And cracked the driveway. And the concrete broke into pieces. They made your father upset? He'd see them and frown. But he'd remain silent. He'd sit quietly in the truck, dissatisfied. I wouldn't say a word. Speaking in those moments made you a fool in his mind. Your father's house was safe. I wish I could have stayed, but he wouldn't have it. And that's why you married Blue? Oh, look at that art. I like it. Yes, to have somewhere to go. We bought him a little place on Good Hope Street. The whole thing was a mistake. When I told him I didn't love him, it was in my father's voice. I told him I'd love any man. I'd never loved any man. Was it true? Yes. That was a difficult night for you. It didn't feel real. Why? The spillway was black that evening. The smoke was twisted. The sky was an inversion of some other sky. Yeah, I like that one. The sky was corrupted, misplaced. It wasn't a Norco sky. Where was Blue? He sat at the window all night. The east-facing window? Yes. When you stood over him to apologize, you saw the flare stack of the refinery in his eyes. Cool. That's right. How was it after that, and the time he died? We circled each other in the wide orbits. I'd hide at the center of the house nursing Kay and only leave when I heard him step out. He'd sleep on the couch or next to her crib. He'd sing her old Cajun lullabies, pet her head, whisper to her about his life. And then there was the explosion. When the cat cracker blew, they say he fell 5 stories. Sorry, I'm looking at this. We went to identify his body on the Thursday night. I remember the tempo of the streetlights. The police scattered across the east bank. I carried Kay in a blanket. She never cried. We were quiet, she and I. Tell me about this man. Is it Troy? I would see him from time to time around Norco. This was many years back. But several weeks ago, Blake saw someone passing by the house. I think it was him. Why? I just do. This robot is no longer there to deter him. Million? Yes. Could it be? What was your first encounter with Million? Let me think. She came to me in a parking lot. Kay was about 12 years old at the time. She knew Blue from his days in the aluminum refinery. I stared for a long time into her constellation of eyes. They swirled in a kind of desperation. I took her home. knowing it was another mistake. You were reckless in those days. I was seeking any trouble I could find. What is the significance of this image to you? Well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. It's a sphere. It followed me in the lake when? Recently, a few weeks ago. This is where Mr. Richards' branch factors into your biography. Duck's version escaped a hard fork, an extremely rare instance, and grew into some kind of monster. It began speaking to me through the radio. It told me to install an app. An app? Yes. I think it has something to do with the thing. The sphere, whatever it is. But so long as it pays, I don't care. I can use the money. The app pays? Yes, I see. It seems this is the last control point that you submitted. Would you like to include any additional thoughts or memories? Anything not included in the intake form? No, that should be enough. I will now begin disconnecting the sensors. A slight feeling of nausea and disorientation is normal and no cause for alarm. I thank you for your patience, Miss Madeira. Can I not save those? Hey Raz, what's up? Point and click adventure. What can I do here? So she's lit up. Should I talk to her first? I don't know. What is this? Okay, so before, no idea what Super Duck wants from me. That's the mom. Okay. Better check my phone. That's over here. $10,000, I'm guessing. Quack job. Okay. They put me on Anno. I love you, Ma. God damn it, Hope. Says here I need to go to the Curious Duck. Oh, that was my skin. Okay. Ma'am? Ma'am? Are you okay? My eyes are just playing tricks on me, I guess. Vertigo and visual distortion are common side effects of a versioning session. Shall I contact your on-call physician? No, it's fine. Very well. Last name? It's Madeira. First name, Catherine. One moment. Your head drive is fully synced. You have chosen our silver tier. Your product does not come pre-installed with adware blocking services and provided as is without warranty. You are eligible for a free sync anytime before the new year. Thank you for choosing the Greater New Orleans Neural Visioning Clinic for your cognitive visioning needs. Okay? I guess that's all I do in here. All kinds of shit to do here. The uncanny smile of personal injury lawyer Martin Smart hangs above Interstate 10. His eternally coiffed hair clings desperately to his head. His hallmark blood red tie catches the eyes of drivers speeding east. Just a click away, the sign says. The Interstate Expressway traces a scar down Claiborne Avenue from east to west. East. East through the Trame? I don't know. And the 7th Ward, like places whose stories should be forgotten and left behind in haste. The pillars still tell those stories beneath the interstate. East above the industrial canal and the moldering strip malls beyond. East across the narrowed expanse of the lake where shrimp boats prowl the black marble waves. East through Mississippi and the winter weeknight darkness where hunters bed in their bivouacs. Bivouacs? East to Florida where it terminates. West. West is the suburb Catherine calls home. West is the concrete expanse that breaks clean and sharp at the St. Charles Parish line. The cypress swamp that hugs the lake where it deteriorates with each tide. The Tupelo crowns the spire above the overpass. The fishing camps and the ink black water. The glow to the driver's left, the unnatural glow, the haze and the smoke. That's Norco. The unmarked neurovisioning clinic is empty tonight. A business of questionable repute, it caters largely to clients of modest means. It keeps odd hours to accommodate students and evening commuters. Online reviews range from lukewarm to alarming. I just came out from here, right? Yes. Drink time while we listen to some new jams. Right. A newly refinished Art Deco structure glows beyond the high-rise. Catherine. They turned Charity Hospital into art lofts. Disgusting. A makeshift puppet theater. The curtains are closed. Catherine. Maybe I'll come by later to see what this is all about. I'll watch a puppet show, why not? Shoegoer. This is taking forever to start. I'm starving. Oh, showgoer, fuck. You been to any of these yet? No? What is it? A puppet show. They always start late. I told them I'd help load the gear, so I'm stuck here until it's over. My stomach's gonna eat itself. Anything open up? Or did I forget anything? Nope. Okay, so I got the street, City Hall, or French Quarter. City Hall it is. A figure sits at the desk overlooking Duncan Plaza and the deepening winter night. He watches the fingers of a cool front animate the tops of oak trees in the park. The air is this evening is the dressed it's been since spring. He watches the last remnants of a commuter traffic leaving Canal Street. The pulsing tail lights, the shift workers running towards the bus. He watches an airline climbing from Armstrong International as passengers look down at the warm glow of the city. From their vintage, the point of his focus is simply darkness. The oak trees, the traffic, the frail woman on the street who stares up at him. Warm glow and darkness. Wind from the lake. A man holding a skateboard scrolls on his phone. Beautiful night, huh? It's lovely. Catherine, there's finally a cool front. Skater, been waiting months for it. I come out here most evenings. No one bothers you around this time. Plus you see a different side of the place. What do you mean? How so? People pass this building at night you'll never expect. You know what do they call themselves? The Gregs? Garys? Can't remember the name. No idea. The kids that squatted the Promenade Mall. They're obsessed with Ken or John. Nope. Then it probably wouldn't mean much to you. But anyhow, I see them come in and out of the City Hall almost every night. I know it's them because my buddy Bruce got wrapped up in that stuff. Before you get initiated, they make you wear these goofy red polo shirts. Then once you're a full Greg, Gary, whatever, you get to wear the blue polo shirt. Sounds like a joke, and it is, but I don't think they realize it. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff I see around here at night. Why do they come? What would they be doing here? I wish I had a clue. An armed security guard greets Catherine as she enters the building. He sits at the wooden stool next to the walk-through metal detector. Good evening. Badge, please. Damn, I left it at the house. There are no council meetings scheduled for this evening. You'll need an employee ID badge to enter. I hear strange people come through here at night. Guy out front mentioned squatters in polo shirts coming in and out of the building at night. I don't get paid to answer questions. Okay. So I can't go in there yet. French Quarter, maybe? Oh, look at this fucking place. Let's listen to the jams real quick. Just give me this, God. Santa. Well, ho, ho, ho! Santa's eyes rolled wildly in their deep sockets. His mouth twisted into a smile. Santa, how are you, dear? Got $1 to spare? Help spread some Christmas cheer? Where's the money go? What are you raising the money for? Something very benevolent. Like a food bank? Yes. Yes, a food bank? A food bank. Veterans. Animal shelter. Who cares? Just give me $1. It's my last one. Going back on your word, are you? Not true. I never promised you anything. You're a liar. I'm not. And a demon. Demon? Santa points his bill at Catherine in accusation. Demon! His posture relaxes abruptly. Santa, open your heart. This is the time for giving. Think I'll leave Santa alone. Oh well. What about you, man? A hot dog vendor sits behind a large plastic cart. He looks up eagerly as Catherine approaches. Hey, hi, hey, what's going on? It's all right, hey. He watches Catherine with a silent grin. Catherine, so is this... I'm flannelous. And these... He makes a grand sweeping gesture above the pot of vague meat. Are my dumpy dogs. Silent smiling resumes. He begins to pick at the lint of peppers in his jacket. Flannel, ass, dumpy, dogs. He nods, smiles. Would you like one? Sure. What the hell? I'm dying anyways. Really? You're buying a dumpy dog? That's fantastic. That's great. You seem a bit surprised. It's just been a while since I've gotten some business. Been a little slow. Haven't ordered new dogs in a while. So these are old dogs? Nothing to worry about. They keep well. How old? Business is popping. Like I was doing really well back in XY2D. Nearly a decade ago. How would you like yours dressed? Tell you what. Think I'll pass. I'll be here all night. Anything else I can help you with? See you later. How's your night, ma'am? Alright. No complaints. Glad to hear it. You wouldn't have any change to spare, would you? I don't know how to answer that. I don't know how to answer that. Because I never said no to the Santa. I was just asking, what his cause was for. These guys just want money. Sure. Well, all I've got is $1. Really appreciate that. Change has been hard to come by this evening. Didn't know we'd be going head to head with Sketchy Santa. His sign says he's raising money for veterans. Last night it was for leukemia. Not before that it was for something else. I respect the grift, but he stole our corner. He may need help. It sounds like he may need some help. I don't doubt that, considering he tried to kill us. Yeah. With a knife. Wow. It was dull, so it just bruised a little. Well, that's a little extreme. That's terrifying. Are you sure you're okay? Doesn't hurt as long as I'm drunk. So that's for $1. Thanks for the $1, lady. Thanks for the ride, lady. Yeah, thanks for the pain relief. And that is why Marie Laveau opened a t-shirt and camera shop on Royal Street. Jazz Fat Dad. That's not scary at all. I paid for a ghost tour. If you're just gonna walk around at that t-shirt shops, I want my damn money back. This is a farce. What kind of tour guide are you? Well, technically I'm not one. But, excuse me? But, my roommate is. Where is he? Long story. I came all this way because the website said it'd be fun. I'm having an alright time. The city was supposed to be enchanting. Anyone trying to score some Molly? I hate New Orleans. There's a small plaque next to the door that says Curious Duck. Yep, I'm looking for that place. This is the place. Door's locked. Well, what the fuck, over? How do I get in? So I can't go in here yet? What's with this shop over here? I was told to come by, but the door's locked. The Curious Duck? Rosa doesn't let in unless they know the secret knock. Okay. What's the secret knock then? I can't say. Sorry. It's urgent. Please. Well, I do need some business. Alright, I'll buy one of those old hot dogs. You won't regret it. Doubtful. How much? Just $14. Is that a joke? Is what a joke. Christ. Do you take wallet transfers? Cash only. Damn. Well, what if I send some business your way? Then I'll show you the knock. Fine. It's a deal. So listen, that dollar I gave you, why don't you put it towards those delicious hot dogs that nice gentleman is selling? You're talking about this guy right here? Hi. No chance in hell I'm eating one of those things. No way, lady. A man masquerading as a tour guide continues to lose control of the crowd. This city is just one big scam. I need to sell some dogs. You need to get into the Curious Duck. Find me a customer, I'll get you in. That's Flannel's ass promise. Who else wants to go there? Oh, look at this. This is taking forever. Oh yeah, go get a hot dog. Do you consider yourself an adventurous eater? If you like to live dangerously, there's a guy selling old hot dogs up the street. Sound like a delicacy. Always looking for ways to fortify my intestines. The show's getting started. I'll go grab one after it's done. They need to hurry to get started so I can get those hot dogs. I'm starving. I had the foot-long coney last night. It was delicious. I had the foot-long coney with extra cheese and onions, a large tot, a Route 44 Coke Zero to wash that down, and then for dessert, I had a hot fudge caramel milkshake. Was it too much? Yes. Was it delicious? Yes. Was it worth it? I don't know yet. I'm eating beef jerky right now. Trying to get the damn lid back on. There we go. The hot fudge caramel milkshake could have been more hot fudge caramel. It was delicious though. It was delicious. Alright. The crowd has arrived to watch the show. Alright. Ready to watch the show, I guess? The show is getting started. I should take a seat? Of course, take a seat. We're watching this. Gator Farm. Next exit, cold drinks. Deep in this cypress hollow I hide. I mourn this evening. My last child has died. They hang hooks from the trees. With chicken thighs they shoot. Bullets in their heads behind our eyes. I was trying to read that like a poem, but it didn't work out. Not the second time around. It is the curse that I am the last to survive. I was once captured by a fisher fool who called me his own. He walked me like a dog along those sinking streets. He fed me strange plants and deli meats. He even covered me in blankets when I went to sleep. I left on the night of a monstrous flood. The fool has not rested a single night since. He stalks these bayous each night, hoping to see my eyes shine. He calls out a ridiculous name that was never mine. Tonight I will shine my eyes at him. I have a request. Kill the shrimp catching man who killed my children. Remove his head. Bring me his skull. Do this, and you will again leash me like a dog. Okay. I was trying to make a rhyme. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing here? Ah, look at a little boat. Let me go to the place over here. Oh, I don't want to crash. Can you crash? I don't know. Can I go here? What happens if I touch down? So that seemed like it hurt, and it did hurt. I don't know what I'm doing. Am I trying to get over there? Beats me. I guess let me go cruising. Let me see what's this way. Fucking turn, man. Ha! You gotta kind of fake the funk right there. I was trying to go through the bullshit. Hey man, I made it! Hello, fisher fool. You've trod this bayou many nights. Here I am, the one you've trying to find. My child hangs dead across the lake. Bring me a head of the shrimp catching man. The one who captures the small one, peel the flesh from his skull. Do this, and I'll be your dog again. What? I gotta... What? Guess I'm gonna go up this way, because I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Okay. There's this. I don't know. I guess I gotta try to go around. Shit if I know. Negative. Do not go that way. So I guess I gotta go back down. I guess. go to the right. I wonder how you get your health back. Or do you? Fuck off. Almost hit it. Yeah, I still gotta fucking get the fuck out of here. Been a long time since I've seen anyone down this bayou. They all too frightened anymore. Biggest alligator ever to hunt this lake. She makes her den just across the way. Ooh, I got an alligator to fight? She took my child from me. I buried him where I could find him, near where she stay. I visit that site daily, hoping I might catch her. But she know better than to show her face. We're one to cut out of this big skull of hers. That'll be something worth bragging on. It'll be a roadside marvel. There's money to make. I see that rifle you holding. What you say? I don't know. Agree to the deal. Kill the shrimper. I don't want to do... I don't know. Is there only one chance to do this? So why do I gotta kill the dude? I don't want to kill the gator. Why not? I mean, why? But I also don't want to miss out on a fight either if I hit refuse. Kill the shrimper. Can I go back in there? Nope. Okay, so how do I... Can I go up? Oh shit! Almost fucking crashed. I just did crashed. Fuck. I'm gonna try to go up now. Damn it! I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going. Hopefully there's something up here. Fuck, man. I don't know what my objective is. I have no idea. Just go. A hand-painted cross of and votive candles hide in the rushes along the bank. A bone-white oak tree towers above the display with the plaque nailed to its trunk. It reads, "Monster that took you, promise I'll find. Your daddy, he love you. Rest easy, child." A small assortment of sentimental objects are piled at the foot of the cross. Sift through the stuff. A journal, too waterlogged to read. A set of playing cards, small figurines, and a cell phone case. You slide the case into your pocket. That was a long way to go. I think right was a dead end, right? Whew. Almost hit the bank right there. Almost hit the bank. Did I go down here? I don't think I did. An alligator hangs dead from the meat hook fastened to the limb of the cypress tree. Okay, so what do I do now? That it? Oh, fuck off, really? Really, game? I'm over here just trying to find the look at the damn. So I need to go talk to those two? Gotta be careful with that. That fucked me up just looking at the damn map. Well, I'm almost fucking dead and shit. Really, I already did that? Why is it on my map? Maybe I need to go to that one now? Oh, fuck, 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 fuck. I'm trying to move the map, but I forgot you move the fucking boat when you do that. See, I'm trying to get in a hurry here. And that's what's going to cause me to fucking hit shit. I'm going to try to go to this one over here, because I doubt I've been to that one. How do I get there? I do need to go down and then left. Think I needed to go upward? Up then left. I don't remember if I've gotten that one or not. I do not remember. Green eggs and ham. Do not remember. I know I got that one, because that's where I got my damn phone skin. Shit. Which I need to fix. Alright, what are we doing? You did my bidding, Fisher Fool, just like an obedient dog. Each day you held me captive, my patience drained. You'll not humiliate me again. Consider this your last mistake. Oh, boss time? Haunted Bayou, Ghost Tour. I relished the horror that struck the Fisher Fool's eyes. I first took one limb, but left him alive. I made him crawl like a dog before he died. I forgot I was watching the damn puppet show. Fuck. I was in there for a while. Forgot all about where I was at. Good job, gang. Good job, gang. Hey guys, you getting hungry? Want to get a hot dog? The crowd is discussing the show. Yeah, and I want to tell you get a hot dog. Maybe he's got enough. Let me go back and see if Homeboy's willing to do the thing. Yep, see, Homeboy's getting the stuff. Guy from the puppet show. Guess he followed my food recommendation. Good, good. Let me approach him. Hey, man. It's pretty tasty. Thanks for the recommendation. I might get another one. Just wait for it, pal. Hope you know where to find a bathroom around here. Alright, is that enough? Hi, hey, thanks for sending some business my way. No problem, but we had a deal. Deal? You're supposed to show me the knock? Oh, well, sorry. Rosie would be upset. Are you kidding? I sent you business. Show me the knock. That was the deal. Well, okay. But I'll only show you once. So here, listen. Did you hear it? That was the secret knock? Very secret. This game can be cryptic. I got that knock memorized. Got the knock memorized. That's how everyone knocks. Exactly. Who would suspect it? Oh, fuck off. Okay, let's go in here. I guess I didn't need to memorize it. It's okay. Catherine knocks on the door and hears a subtle sound of its unlocking. Perfect. Nice. Just in time for a little pause for give me a drink. Eat just a couple, not a whole bunch, just a couple raisins. Mm-hmm. Yeah, about this canister of this smoked sausage links, like the beef jerky things. I wish they were peppered. They're just original. The smoke is good. I just like peppered. Peppered is better. Uh-huh. I really like the beginning. The way they portrayed the area. It looked pretty nice. Now, I'm going to be mad if I can't talk to the cat. They better let me talk to the cat. For bonus points, let me talk to that sphere, the globe thing right next to the cat. And then, who in their right mind would put a fireplace and you can't inspect it? So I'm expecting that too. I'm only requiring 2 of those. One hopefully being the cat. Uh-oh. The song reset. Song reset. Alright, 1 second. I got me like a fresh, super fresh batch of raisins. Man! Pretty delicious. Probably gonna eat some chili for lunch. It's past my lunchtime, but that's what I think I'm gonna eat. Some chili. Cat, good job. Good job. Let me see if I'm not gonna do it yet. Let me see if I can do anything to this globe. Bam! Okay, the last thing. The fireplace. Here we go. This game knows what's up if it gives me the fireplace. Oh, really? Well, it gives me the mantle. Fake game, didn't happen. 0 out of 10, unplayable. We talk to the cat. Or look at it. This cat looks familiar. Okay. I'm not going to push it yet. So no. Let me look at the cabinet. Mass-produced novelty voodoo dolls and tribal figurines clutter the display case. Look at the t-shirts or the merchandise. Novelty New Orleans themed t-shirts line the back wall. All right. Unopened merchandise boxes are pushed to every corner of the room. Really, I can't look at the shit in the case here? An odd jumble of Mardi Gras beads and other trinkets spill from the table. I haven't even commented on the jams for this tile, this map, this stage, this room. It's got like a wizardy, modern jam to it, huh? I like it. It's alright. It is alright. Yeah. An overpriced selection of travel guides, cookbooks, and haunted histories of New Orleans fills the shelf. Plastic simulacra of ceremonial masks hanging on the wall. Alright. Only thing left to do is push the button. Don't touch the ball. Okay? Suppose you think you can come in here with the soft little hands and touch my magic ball. Don't work like that, love. Now I got to clean off the smudges. I see you've been eating French fries. Greasy hands. Nasty. You must be the one with the super duck people. Always coming around here, looking down at the cell phones. Greasy hands. Terrible. The app said I should come here. The app? Yes, ma'am. Something not right about you. You a drug head? I'm sorry. Is this the right place? It is, Butterhands. It is. Just calm down, love. You made it. Dallas will tell you what's what. Go talk to Dallas. I called him when I heard you trying to break into the place. Hell of a racket you were making. Jiggling on the handle like you couldn't get a hold of it. Now I see why. Dallas will be right out front. I ain't got time to be babysitting you. Clean up all this first. Stains all over my ball. You even check your shoes before you came in? They're clean, I hope. My shoes are clean. Well, I know that's a lie. And one last thing. The gemstones you got hanging around your neck. That thing ain't real. I know. Trashy. Fucking with me. Why are you still here? Go find Dallas and deal with him. Alright, hold on, lady. Make sure I got everything. Before I go here, okay, cool. I'm ready to go. Just wanted to make sure. Now what am I doing? I forget what I was doing. Guessing you're Catherine. Gotta talk to Dallas, yeah. That's right. Rosie debriefed you? Was that a debriefing? I don't know if that's what I'd call it, but sure. She could be kind of, he casts his gaze into the sky and back to Catherine. Never mind. Quack job should have a ticket with information we need. No reason to stand around. What's Super Duck? Have you been on Quack Jog long? How long have you been using this app? Been doing this since before there was an app. But Super says use the app. I'll use the app. Makes no difference to me. What's Super Duck? What exactly is Super Duck? It's a way of making money. Right, but it's an intelligence of some kind. I don't know its purpose, but know why it exists. None of that. There are nodes all across the region. Points where we can speak with Super Duck directly. There are all these Rosie should have filled in on one. Not surprised she didn't. Tell me about Rosie. What's Rosie got to do with any of this? There are a dozen or so rendezvous points in addition to the nodes. Rosie's shop is one of them. She must be making good money offering her place to the network. Probably the only reason why she keeps it going. Doubt she's sold merchandise in years. Locks the doors to discourage customers. Guess you'll call it a front. I'm ready. Me too. Check the app and let's get moving. Only reason why I ever come to the quarters for work. What's next? We met at the rendezvous point, so now what? Check your phone. Quack out of information you need. How'd you get involved with Super Duck? This all used to happen on Craigslist. Posts showing up, strangest things. I was in college, bussing tables uptown. Couldn't swing rent. Started responding to listings. First one I did was still a hard drive. Broke into his man's house in Norco. Stole it out right from his office. Brought it to another house. The people there were just like me. Just like you. Didn't know shit. They were there because of a post. Just like I was. The house wasn't theirs. No one knew whose house it was. They plugged the head drive into the wall. And they gave it some what? They gave me some cash. I left. I still need one of those so I can plug into the damn statue in front of my house. Alright, so what am I doing? Right here, this one. Receive orientation at Eagle Janitorial and Paper Supplies in Fat City. Alright, so how do I get to Fat City? Right there. It's going to cost me $17. I've got $54. How do I make money though? How do I make money? How do I get my guess it won't let me, huh? So I spent $17 to get here. This better be good. Wholesale restaurant supplies. Eagle. Eagle Wholesale. Alright, neither one of my people want to talk to me. The steady beat of traffic lights the sky along the causeway high rise. The alarm does go off. It goes back on. Okay. The doors are locked. The office is closed. Alright, here we go. It's the only thing left to do, right? The galvanized steel door to the supply warehouse is half opened. Boss time? Oh, really? Thank you for playing the demo. I guess that was the first act. Well, 3 hours. Had a couple pauses here and there, but 3 hours. Wow. Alright, I was digging it. That was fun. I don't even know if it's out yet. I don't know if this game is available on Steam now or not. But yeah, guess that's it for this one. Thank you, Super. Thank you, Raz. Ario, thank you. Sloof, thank you. And until next stream. Later.